Hey, welcome to my channel. So this time we're going to continue our lesson, and this will going to be my 11th video. And today we're going to be working with our front end. We're going to connect our front end React to our MongoDB, and straight from our front end React form, we're going to be sending a data since our APIs have been created already from our server side, which is uh, the add student post route, including the get route as well. So, but we're gonna be working only in one of the route, which is the adding new student. But this with through the use of our component student.js from our front end component. So we have some requirements that we're gonna be working. Um, in our client, we have to install the npm issues, and this will going to be much flexible of modifying already our functions, particularly in the forms. Once that we have this one, we're going to be working with async functionality, and this will of course will send us some promise that all our information are going to be await, and this HTTP request functionality of using the issues is going to be much more flexible when it comes to sending and how to handle data. Right, so without further ado, we could go straight from our student.js. Let's run the npm start, since we already installed the issues requirement local library, that some dependency that we might be including, and straight from our student.js. All right, so since we have an existing use state over here, we might be only importing the issues here. Yeah. Let's import issues issues as from, right? So issues. Okay, so we're going to be modifying some uh, uh, async equivalent here will going to be later in the compute mark. Yeah, because this will going to be a wait whenever the function on click had been click the compute mark functionality. So we need to have async here, right? Async to be added there, and basically it's still the same. We will just make a try catch over here later, so as we can see whether the response of await issues dot post we're going to be working. But furthermore, probably we might be adding one use state as well. We'll make one constant here that we will define as response. Later we will try to put a response message somewhere at the bottom of our table of the form if we have successfully inserted or send our record from our front end React form going to our MongoDB. Alright, so I'll just name this one as response MSG, and set response, okay, MSG. Okay, this will be equivalent to our use state. Right, use state will be we'll just make it empty one, right? And this will be semicolon. So later we will going to use this variable constant for our use state. So this time, since we have already made an async here, right? Later we have some error over here, right? So we will just continue this one later on, right? So we will have a try catch somewhere over our compute mark if this is, since we have already used await issues. Okay, we probably will just use a try catch here, try, right? And this would be open in curly brackets. So inside this we will going to define a constant here. The constant will going to be a response. Now I'll just name this one as response that equals to our await, right? And this await will going to be linked to your issues, right? This await will going to be linked to our issues dot prop of your post function, and we're going to send this one localhost, right? So this will be http colon double slash localhost colon 3001 will be our server, and we're going to be in the add student. So this is the route that we have defined within our inside our server node.js index.js, and this later we're going to await here. Let's see if it's successful. Let's put a comma here. Let's put some parameter there, that in case that we could successfully send this one. I might be retrieving the data, which I have done it already in one of the component. Let me come back to index.js, and I might be needing this one, right? So this would be from our students. We will just see the response, whether the student ID has been retrieved, student name, the email, department, and the result is there. So probably I'll just terminate this one here, but just in case there will be some error here, so let's see. We'll handle this one successfully. How to handle successful message. Okay, let me just write probably a set response here, set response, right? And response message will going to be a response, which the variable I have assigned there, and this would be a data, right? Data dot msg. So this would be from the variable that we have mentioned on our node, on our server backend, and this will be terminate with a semicolon. So probably I might be having a catch here. In case it will not be successful, I will make a catch, and let's see whether we could put it in the error and otherwise let's see whether it will send to a JavaScript. Probably I just mentioned here how to handle error here, so probably I'll just make a console log here, console dot error, and this will be based on the error. Actually, I made the error or error. Let's see, I'll just use this variable then. Alright, so I think we're good now here. So let's see. Oops, I have some courseworks not defined. Okay, in the stud.js. Okay, coursework, it wasn't defined. So which means coursework, probably I made it like CW. I think I made that one CW. Yeah, so this is a CW department. I think department is there. Dep coursework total marks. Oh, total marks is not defined. Also error, I think I can use error here. Error, right? So let's see if alright, so couple of total marks. Okay, I'll be using this total marks as probably a TM, which is I also mentioned there on the top, and CW here. I think CW, I don't know, maybe a CW only. Did I make that one W? Okay, let's see, save it. oops, okay. One minute. The coursework, CW here, total marks. Okay, probably TM here. Let's see there. Okay. Okay, now a response message was assigned, but it wasn't used at the moment. So set response. This one will going to be used in somewhere at the bottom of our form. Probably I'll just put it somewhere here after the table. Over here. Where is the table? Okay, over here. Probably I'll just make a paragraph here, and let's put it in JavaScript, and this will going to be a response message, right? Save it. I think it's good now. Okay, let's see it if it works. Let's head on to our our form. Let's type 4J99999. Say this is Omar. Or let's say I'll just put my name, Hansel de los Santos. Okay, this is Hansel Gmail. Right, suppose I'm from IT. Okay, let's say I got 20 here. This is 20. I got a 45 here. The passing marks is 67. So if I compute this, let's see if the await synchronous we're going to deploy, and the message will appear here at the bottom. And there you go. But only problem is I did not see the message here. Right, something, it wasn't run correctly. Right, but we'll see. So we'll go back to our Thunder client, and let's see our new request. Remember, we have this API which will manage and retrieve all the record from our MongoDB. Let's see. Okay, things needs to be also be running while we are in the I forgot to run the server as well, so I need to add one shell. Okay, cd server, and then npm start. Right, so the server should be up and running as well, and let's see later if the node will also display the body. Okay, let's send and see retrieve file, and let's see. There are 5 records over there, and it seems that the record I have submit wasn't inserted. I remembered I put it into my name, right? This is Muhammad Al-Balid. That was the last record was inserted into our MongoDB. Let's see over here if it's inserted. Right. Okay, now I'm refreshing my MongoDB Atlas, checking if the record didn't push to our MongoDB, but it looks like it wasn't, because I don't see the record, I mean the message wasn't appear there. Okay, it looks like it wasn't. Let me see my other info. This is my name, it wasn't there. Okay, now let's check. It seems that it wasn't saved. I mean, going to our client src, particularly in our component student. Right, so let me save this one once again. Let's see the client having no issue. Right, okay, this is our client. Okay, we have already implemented the issues here, but we don't still see whether mm, we are now having this error, but for now I don't see error, but I'm not only seeing that if the record had been stored, right? So this is the student, right? And perhaps we only need issues, use states, we're good here. Response messages, both response messages are implemented, right? So async is over there, so we have async here, and perhaps asynchronous will modify our function now on the compute mock, right? So from our try catch constant response, it uses await. Let me see if this is correctly defined. This is localhost, HTTP localhost 3001 student. Right, now stud ID is there, stud name, email, dep is there, but I think I have used the department here, right? Okay, department, right? Yeah, it was department. Here is I use CW, this is mid, this is final. Here I use total marks. I think I only use here total. Yeah, it was only there on the top, it was total. Anything else, pass mark is correct, and I think I use this one rest only. Yeah, it was rest here, right? I think some few errors are there. So let's see the handling successful message. If it says set response message is correct, okay, this one will come there. And I think the error is a console error, err. Okay, I think my error is not defined, but anyhow, this is for the async, right? If this should be working fine, you should get this MSG. Alright, so I think it has to be working fine now. Looks like it has to be the response message should be appearing correctly from here at the bottom, response MSG. Right, let me save this one and let me run. Okay, it's running already. Let me compute the total. Okay, there. Now I'm seeing the record successfully added. So perhaps I can go back to my client, Thunder client, and just run this new request, which we have done it already. Manage. Okay, let's see if Hansel. Okay, now become 6. And there you go. So Hansel De Los Santos was already inserted from our database. So to check it much more further in our MongoDB, let me refresh this one. Let's see if it's added in our MongoDB. Yes, indeed, it was there. So now this usually become it was a 5 record, now it becomes 6 records, right? So there you go. We have completed connecting our React app. Okay, our React app from our phone, and eventually next video what we're going to do is to retrieve the data just like this, right? But for now we haven't modified the manage.students, and eventually for the second part of our SCL4 will be adding more method routes such as delete and update, right? So thank you very much, and we'll see you once again for my next video. Bye bye for now.